Hello everybody, this is Shirley with Sew Till We Begin Embroidery. Thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to do a project making a cute little gift that would be excellent to give to your mother on Mother's Day, which is coming up this coming Sunday. It will make an excellent Mother's Day gift, graduation gift, baby shower gift, anything like that, because a lot of people journal and they like to keep information in a booklet like this. And but if you do, you want something cute to keep it in. And what I am doing is making a notebook cover. So I made this one, and this one has the pin pocket. It has the elastic to close it up, and it also has the ribbon on it so you can find the page that you want. So I'm going to make one today and do the tutorial on that, and then I'm going to add another one, the baby notebook or the mini notebook. I'll make the cover for that, and it'll be like mother and baby. So that's going to be the project. It will be in two parts. I'm going to do the big book first on one video, and then the second book on a separate video to keep it from being too long. So follow along and watch me make this beautiful cover. And again, like I said, it could be an excellent gift for any occasion. And thank you for stopping by to watch this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, please plan to do so. Also, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it. And also, please hit that notification bell so you can let everybody know that, well, hit the notification bell so you can be reminded to come back and see my videos, and then share the video so everybody can know what it is that you're watching, and hopefully they will find some interest in my channel as well. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial. So this is all that you're going to need for this particular project. You're going to need, of course, your scissors. You're going to need a big ruler. That's a 36-inch one. You're going to need some tape, some poly mesh stabilizer. You need to have curved applique scissors, a smaller ruler. I like to use my purple thing, seam ripper. Hopefully you won't have to use it, but maybe. And this is a fold over elastic, ribbon, and you're going to need 3 pieces of batting. 1 piece for the spine. You're going to need the black back there is going to be the lining. The polka dot's going to be the fold over. And then I have the back and front cover over there with the floral. And you're going to need coordinating thread. So those are the things that you're going to need. Actually, you, of course, you're going to need the your hoop. And I'm going to be using a 8 by 13 mighty hoop. But this design is cut out for the 6 by 10 design. When you purchase this from Design by Juju, it comes in 2 sizes, but it's still supposed to fit that big composition book that I showed you. And one is a 7 by 12, and the other is a 6 by 10. So I'm using the 6 by 10 pattern or design. And these are the things that you need. And of course, a trash can to put all of your scraps in, because it'll be a lot of cutting going on. I've already, as you can see, cut out my fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the machine. Before we get started, there are a few little housekeeping rules that probably would be useful. When you get the design from Design by Juju, it is for the big composition book, 9 inches by 5 inches, something like that. Anyway, it's going to come with multiple designs. You're going to get a stippling, you're going to get a block, you're going to get a 6 by 10 of each, and a 7 by 12 of each, and then it's 3 different hoopings for each one of those. So you're getting quite a lot of designs. So it's very important that you name the design specifically so you'll know which one to pull up if you're using the 1055X, the PR 1055X. Now, it was demo on the Luminaire, and the Luminaire is a wonderful machine, and it listed out the full name and everything. But on the Brother PR1055X, it does not list out the entire name. So in order for me to know what is what, I had to go back in and rename it so I could pull it up and not make a mistake, because we will be starting with the back first. So it's important to know I'm going to do the back blocks or squares. And so that's what I wanted to point out. So the first thing we're going to do is set the machine up and put all my colors in, put my stop hand in, trace, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the first die line. So I have the die line up. Now I'm going to go ahead and place my batting in here, and it should hang over the die line at least a ½ inch all the way around. You want to make sure that it does have some overage, and then I'm going to go ahead and stitch that down. You get your batting stitched down and trimmed, then you're going to put your back covering on top of it, and it's going to hang over as well. You need to make sure that you line it up where it's hanging over the batting. You want it to be at least a ½ inch going all the way around. So everything gets caught and the batting is up under here. So it feels like everything is going to be fine. Then you can go ahead and stitch your front down. Now that the fabric is stitched down, you do not trim it, you let it stay on there, and it's going to do the quilting blocks next. That's going to be the next thing that it's going to do. So now it is in the process of stitching the quilting part. And when it's done with that, then I will show you the next step. Now that my back has been quilted down, I'm adding the flap now, which is going to be 1.5 inches from the outer stitch. You have 2 stitches on the edge that you can see. One is the tack down, one is the quilting. You want to measure 1.5 inches from the tack, because it's the outer edge or the outer stitching, 1.5 inches back, and then you're going to tack that down. That's going to be your flap. So once you got your flap stitched down, then you want to put your lining fabric down, right side down, and doesn't matter, this is same color all the way around, and it needs to be 1 inch from the edge or 1 inch from this stitching line. So you do need a little ruler. My ruler that I have is, I believe, a 6-inch ruler, so it's working just fine. It's fitting in here just fine where I can measure what I need to measure. So it needs to be 1 inch from that line. Bring it down just a little bit. Inch. Okay, I'll go ahead, put this back in. And make that stitch. I use contrasting thread because on the other one I used the thread that was the same color and I couldn't see a thing. So I wanted to make sure I could see everything because most of all of these stitches are going to be covered up anyway. Now we are finished with the back. So I'm going to take this off the hoop, and the front is exactly the same except for putting the ribbon down and the elastic. And then when we're done with that, then I'll be ready to do, well, put it all together. So I'm going to take this off and make the next hoop. Now I'm putting down the elastic, put the top down, and the bottom part, you want to stretch it just a little bit, and there is a placement stitch in contrasting color so I can see it, and then I'm placing it there about a ½ inch out because I'm trying to put just a little stretch into this elastic. I think I'm going to pin it because I can't get it to stay, and I'm pretty comfortable with it being out of the way of the needle, but I do want it to stay down, so there you go. It barely stitches it, but it's going to get covered up with other stitches anyway. So I got the elastic on, and I think the next part is going to be putting the other side of the flap on. So now I'm ready to put the other flap on. It needs to be 1.5 inches from the outer line here. So I have to measure with my little ruler, and 1.5 inches from the outer line. Here's my inch. Trying to find my half notch, half, and even at the bottom. So going to stitch that down. I think I put it on here. I put it in the right spot. I just put it on here backwards. So I just got to take that out and turn it around because the fold part is supposed to be on the outside, not the raw edges. So I will get back with you once I get that taken care of.
That we have underneath.
So ready to put put the lining down and get that stitched down, and we will be done with the front part and then ready to do the spine, or put the back and the front together to the spine. So it's going to stitch that down. And I did it in a contrasting color so I can see it. So that's the end of the front. Now I have to take it off and do a little cutting, and then we're going to put the three pieces together, as well as create the spine that goes in the middle that connects the two, the front and the back, together. So here comes the tricky part, putting this on, putting all the pieces together. So this is the back that I'm putting on here. Well, first of all, I need to get a positioning line going. So let me get to that point. Now that I have a positioning line down, I need to go ahead and put the back cover right next to, fold the back lining back out of the way, and position the back cover in that, right on that positioning line, and it's supposed to stitch down. And make sure the lining is out of the way and stays out of the way. So it's supposed to stitch down. I'm going to put some tape there so it won't move. Hopefully it won't move. Where's my tape? Tape right here. I don't think I've used tape today till now. But this is tricky, because it is on a multi-needle machine and not a flat machine where it can actually lay flat and you could hold it in place. That's not the case here. So have to make sure, try to make sure that everything stays in place. Let me pull this out. It needs to stitch right on that line. Okay. Tape gave away. Fingers crossed it's going to be where it needs to be. So let's see. I can see already it's back too far. Yep, it is too far out. Got to be that last stitch, not that first one. It was stitching on the first one, not the last one. That's the issue. That's the issue. It's got to be on the first seam. And that is hard to do when it's not a flat surface. But I got my little purple thing with me. I think that's going to help me make sure that it's in the right spot. So we will try this again. So far, it looks like it's stitching in the right place. Okay, that went okay. Now I got to do the other side, the side that's facing me. Let's see how that's going to go. Got to put the tack down stitch down, and then I'll be ready to do this side. Now all of this has to be stitched down in order to put the spine down, which is going to be what connects all three pieces together. And that's the main reason why I have the stop on, because you really have to stop and maneuver this. Can't just let it go. Now this part is even harder than the other part because it definitely has nowhere to land. And I'm going to try to pin it just above where the stitching is going to be. If I can pin it, then that plus my purple thing should keep it in the right spot. That's the hope. Don't want any pins to hit, or the needle to hit the pin. Don't think it will if I pin it correctly. And then I got to remember to take the pin out. So I got it pinned down, and then I'm going to use my purple thing, and hopefully that will keep it in place. Alrighty, I think I accomplished my goal. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so they are stitched to the stabilizer, and it should be in the right spot. I'm taking the pins out because I don't want to forget they're there. Don't want no issues because something hit a pin. Now it's time to do the positioning stitch for the batting for the spine, and I will go ahead and do that, put all of everything down, and then I'll be back. So I attached the two sides. I put the batting down in the middle for the spine, and I've put down the spine cover. I'm going to trim it, and then I'm going to do the quilting on the spine. We're getting closer and closer to being done. It's doing the quilting on the spine, and when the quilting part is done, then it's going to do the placement stitching for the pin holder. And then it's going to be a lot of satin stitches being done, and we'll be done with this booklet cover. So I have done, okay, I think I got this on backwards, but let me redo this hoop. My hoop is not correct.
At Vistaprint, we can get your brand into your customers' hands, or their heads, or their backs.
There we go.
Hands are good. And just about anywhere else, your customers can remember you. Discover the print's abilities at Vistaprint.com.
Aesthetics are an important part.
Alrighty, now I got it. I just did the pin holder. Got all these raveling thread here, and I had to trim it because it's going to do satin stitches around it. So now I'm going to do the next thing. I think the next thing is going to be satin stitches. So all the satin stitching is done on the spine, and on the pin holder, and the back and the front has been attached. So now I have to attach the ribbon and close up the lining flap, and I think that's going to be it for this. So a placement line for my ribbon. So just sit the ribbon right there. Need my purple thing here. Maybe if I taped it. So the ribbon is tacked down. Remove the tape. Now I need to take the ribbon and push it up under here real good so it doesn't get in the way for the next couple of steps that's going to occur. And I got to make sure it's in the right place. Got to get it out the way. And now I'm going to get ready to close up the flaps, and it still isn't, all of it isn't. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to close up the flaps, and I think that'll be it, and get ready to cut it. So that is the next step. So as I was saying, the last piece is the lining, getting it done. It needs to be folded over about an inch. It's a little bit more than an inch. I started to iron this because I knew it was going to come up. Don't want it too much more than an inch, but and it's hard to see when you're working underneath the machine, but that looks like it might be an inch. Okay, so I'm going to finger iron this down, and then this goes on top of it. Lay it out nice and smooth and flat. And there we go. I got different colors meeting up, but it doesn't matter. All of this is going to be on the inside. So it's colorful. Now we go to the bottom part. they don't necessarily meet up, that's not a problem because it's just all sides pads. And this is the last of it, and all I have to do now is take it off, cut it, and turn it inside out, and we will have a book cover. So I have completed the cover for the book, and here is the finished product. Isn't that cute? The pen holder, and then of course I have the elastic here, and you can open it up. Turned out really cute. The back. So now I have two. See how quick and easy they are to make, and they are really cute. You would love making it. So the only thing I have left to do are the two baby ones, which I will do on the next video, so you'll get a part 2. So you'll see me, I'm going to make both of them. So you'll get a chance to see the big one and the little one, the mommy and the baby. But I think these are excellent gifts that you can make, or you can make them for yourself, because actually I'm going to be using these myself. I have plenty of notes and things that I need to record, and it's really nice to have a nice book. And then what's so great about it, when that book is full, take it out, put another one in, the cover is still good. So that's the project. Again, I got this from Designed by Juju. So if you're interested in it, I'm going to drop the link on my description. So please give me a thumbs up, share this video, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I put another one out, and please subscribe if you have not. And don't forget about the Saturday Night Live, about the Tuesday night Wind Down Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join us. I do it every Tuesday. We talk about embroidery, all of the things that have to do with embroidery, and any other thing that is crafting or whatever else you want to discuss. It is a beautiful community. We get along, we laugh, we have a good time. So come join us. And if you're watching and you're not participating, if you don't mind, just drop in with your name, say hi. You don't have to stay on the live chatting back and forth if you don't want to, but I would appreciate knowing that you're at least watching, because I do know there are people that watch that don't actually participate in the chat, but I would love to know who these people are so I can just say hi and thank you for stopping by. So anyway, this is the end of my project. Hope you decide to do one for yourself, and until I talk to you again, take care. Bye.